Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. We just listened to Working Man's Dead by the band The Grateful Dead. It was recommended on the Patreon by my good friend Gary. Thank you very much, Gary. I have never checked this record out before, let alone the band. The Grateful Dead is an act I've been aware of, but I've never delved in, you know. I've always been a little bit shook. I've been a little bit biased in a negative way. I've had a preconceived sort of notion that this band is gonna bore me because they always get associated with the terms jam bands and stuff. And in all honesty, I'm not too fussed on the whole egocentric sort of like check us out, we're musicians sort of thing. In a live context, it can be pretty entertaining if they're good, but you know, generally, I just want you to play some songs you've written, and you know, I don't want to hear you improvise. So I came in here thinking that's what I was gonna get. That wasn't what I got. We had a great cohesive record, short and sweet, 8 tracks. Brilliant. It was a remaster we listened to, 2013 remaster, so it was a little more polished than the original recordings, or at least a little more polished than the original masters. It sounded great. It sounded really good. We've got a few things to talk about. So, first 2 tunes, I was making my mind up because there was a lot of noodling going on, especially in the bass guitar. I don't know why they put Uncle John's band on first, to be honest, because the bass guitar seems a little out of time. Bass guitar just sort of makes it sound a little awkward. And then, you know, that issue resolves itself from there, really. But initially, a bit too much movement going on in that bass guitar. I didn't like it. We've got the clean guitars, which are brilliant. All the way through, we're very clean. Very, very clean. And that's a beautiful thing. I really enjoy that. The drumming's really good. Great percussive elements in this record. Great lead guitars. Very professional lead guitars. These dudes, theoretically speaking, definitely know what they're doing. You know, when it comes to the lead playing and the jingles and the jangles. Most certainly. A lot of groove. The band is definitely very mature, a very mature sound, a very professional sound. This had a direct parallel with the band by Creedence Clearwater Revival we listened to, entitled Green River, in my opinion. That was a record we listened to not so long back, which also had 8 songs, was also very brief, such as this, and was put out around the same time. Had the same clean, you know, multi-influenced sound as this record. I like them both. I really like them both. I can't remember what I rated that Green Water thing, but this has got a parallel, most definitely. Bro, where do we go from here? The production was fantastic. One thing this band does exceptionally well, in comparison to 99% of albums I've heard, especially on this channel, is the vocal harmonies. The sound engineer has done a fantastic job ensuring these harmonies are powerful and sound great, and they do sound great. And just the incorporation of them and the way they were put onto the record just work really well. I thought this was a fantastic record. I'm going to give this I'm going to give it a respectful 7.5 out of 10. I'd give it an 8 if we had the first 2 tunes, you know, as groovy as what came after. Maybe get rid of Black Peter, you know, switch that up. Black Peter was a little bit long-winded, in all fairness. But when they had a bit of a tempo to him, a little bit of a toe tapper to him, you know, tightened up that bass guitar so we're not all over the place. This band worked really well. I was happy with this record, and I got to thank Gary for allowing me to change my initial perception on Grateful Dead. This was a fantastic listen. I'm signing out, people. Peace. One love.